of few of you sent me some doubts regarding the moment. I think there is a confusion. Moment के बारे में confusion है. So yesterday's problems फिर से मैं थोड़ा एक दो बार explain कर देता हूँ. How we are taking the moment. क्योंकि while applying the Varignon's theorem, major problem you are facing is to get the moment. So better yesterday's like one or two numericals and one new numericals we will see. I think one of you have said me that also. तो इसका मोमेंट जीरो आएगा. जीरो कैसे आएगा दैट विल सी टुडे एंड विल वाइंड अप द चैप्टर.
सर आज आप बोर्ड पे सिखाने वाले थे.
बोर्ड का कैमरे का प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. कैमरा है ना, कैमरा वर्क नहीं कर रहा है. ये लैपटॉप के कैमरे से नहीं होता है. ठीक, एक काम करते हैं मंडे और ट्यूसडे एक 2 घंटा लेके पूरा रिवीजन बोर्ड पे करवा देता हूँ मैं. जो भी पढ़ाया हुआ है ना सारे न्यूमेरिकल्स इसमें करवा देंगे. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर आई थिंक ऑन ट्यूसडे ना. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये आज वाइंड अप कर देंगे. ट्यूसडे को पूरा रिवीजन करवा लेते बोर्ड पे. यानी उससे ये भी हो जाएगा जो प्रेजेंट भी नहीं थे, दो वर एब्सेंट फॉर द फर्स्ट लेक्चर्स, उनको भी समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है. So let us see yesterday some numericals and one or two new numericals we are going to study. So I think I am clearly audible and visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us start with yesterday's numerical where a Bell crank lever was given. So the numerical was like this. It's a Bell crank lever. The blue color one, whatever visible to you, that is the object zone. Actually, the body is this is A, B, C. This is called the Bell crank lever, which is fixed at B. Okay, and along that Bell crank lever, three different forces are acting. So red color one are the actual forces. Okay, this at A 50 Newton force is acting. Its angle is 60 degrees with the horizontal. Somewhere 100 Newton force, vertical downward force is acting, and at point C 120 Newton force was acting. So someone has sent me the message regarding this problem. इसका 120 का about B moment zero आएगा. So observe it carefully. It will be cleared here. So first thing is you have to find out the you have to determine the resultant, its magnitude, direction, and point of application over here. So very first thing is to resolve the given forces. So observe it carefully. Resolve 120 Newton force. No need to resolve because it's a horizontal force. Its x component will be the force 120 and its y component will be is equal to 0. 100 Newton force, it's a vertical force. It's acting in downward direction. So its x component is 0 and y component will be minus 100. Now only I need to resolve this 50 Newton force. 50 Newton force is an inclined force. The forces which are inclined to x-axis and y-axis, we have to resolve always. So here if I resolve it, it's acting in the downward direction. Its y component will act in the downward direction, and that is nothing but 50 sine 60. Its x component 50 cos 60 as the 50 Newton force. It's acting in the downward direction and towards the right. So 50 cos 60 direction will be also towards the right. Here you can see it clearly. So I think there is no confusion over here. जो फोर्स हमको दिया हुआ है पहले देखो कि वो राइट में एक्ट हो रहा है या लेफ्ट में हो रहा है. अगर राइट में हो रहा है तो एक्स कंपोनेंट विल बी टुवर्ड्स राइट एंड पॉजिटिव. Then ask whether it is acting in upward direction or downward direction. Upward direction अगर हो रहा है तो it is positive, downward है तो it is negative. So 50 sin 60 is in the downward direction. So in the calculations you have to consider this as negative. I think there is no confusion in at least in the resolutions. Now the next step is our next step. All the steps are common now. First one is summation of f of x. You have to find out the summation of f of x here. So summation of f of x is nothing but, let us start with the point A. At point A, the x component of the 50 Newton force is 50 cos 60 and it's acting towards right, so it will be positive. So this is 50 cos 60. It come towards right. So when I come towards right, the next force is 100 Newton force. But that 100 Newton force is a vertical force. So उसका x component 0 हो गया. That's why we are not considering that one. Then come to the point C. At point C, the force is horizontal. So force itself will be the x component and it's acting towards the right. So it will be positive. So it is plus 120 newtons here. So I think the only two components are there. 50 cos 60 acting towards right, so positive. 120 Newton acting towards right, it is also positive. And summation of f of x I am getting as 145 Newton here. Positive इसका मतलब है कि it is acting towards right, so don't forget to show the arrow here. Then go for the summation of f of y. Summation of f of y again go in sequence. A से start करो और C तक चले जाओ. So at A, the y component of the 50 Newton force is 50 sine 60 and it's acting in downward direction. Downward forces are considered to be negative. So here you can see clearly minus 50 sine 60. The next force is, we are moving from left to right. Next force is 100 Newton vertical force. It's acting in downward direction. So it will also negative here, minus 100. So summation of f of y I am getting as minus 143.3, but I am not putting the value here. Instead of minus, I am substituting its direction. Fy is negative, इसका मतलब है कि it's acting in downward direction. So algebraic sum of y component I am getting as 143.3 Newton acting in downward direction. So once you got summation of fx and summation of fy, r you can calculate, r equals to square root of summation of f of x square plus summation of f of y square. Substitute the value, you will get the value of r as 203.86. Next, you have to find out the direction. Direction means its inclination. Inclination with x-axis is given by equation tan theta is equal to summation of f of y by summation of f of x. After substituting the values, I am getting the inclination as theta is equal to 44.6 degrees. So this is the magnitude. This is the direction. Now I need to find out. अब मुझे पता नहीं है, resultant है. Now from this I can conclude the direction of the resultant, and the quadrant also we can finalize here. The resultant x component is right side, is positive, y component is negative, means its quadrant will be in the fourth quadrant, because in the fourth quadrant x axis is positive, y axis is negative. So resultant is acting in fourth quadrant, right? Its inclination with x axis is 44.6, magnitude is 203.86. But it is acting in fourth quadrant, but कहाँ पे पास होगा? So where it is passing, from which point it is passing? यहाँ से रिजल्टेंट पास होगा या यहाँ से रिजल्टेंट पास होगा, मींस पॉइंट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट हियर बिकॉज इट्स ए नॉन कॉन्करेंट फोर्स सिस्टम. तो इसके लिए मुझे वेरिगेंस थ्योरम लगाना पड़ेगा. वेरिगेंस थ्योरम सेज अलजेब्रिक सम ऑफ मोमेंट ऑफ all the forces about a certain point must be equal to moment of the resultant about the same point. So in this question, I am taking the moment about B. You can select moment about A also, no problem. Someone can say moment about C. So here I am choosing the moment of B, moment about B, moment of all the forces about B I am considering here. Then go for the variance theorem. So here I have shown the directions of the moment also here, so that it will be very much clear while applying the Varignans theorem. So for the location of the resultant, applying Varignans theorem, summation of moment of all the forces about point B. So I am taking the moment of all the forces about point B must be equal to moment of the resultant about the same point, means the same point B over here. And moment of the resultant about point B, I am assuming the B, small d is the distance between the line of action of the resultant and the point B. Okay, so this is nothing but R into D. So एक एक करके चले जाते हैं. First go to the 50 Newton sign. यहाँ observe carefully. यहाँ पे थोड़ा आपको confusion लग रहा होगा. Here 50 Newton force. What is the moment about B? First, you must remember the moment means what? Moment is nothing but it's a product of force into perpendicular distance between line of action of the force and the point about which you are taking the moment. So 50 Newton force is here. The red color one is the actual force here, and its line of action is this one. Line of action is acting in downward direction, and I don't know the perpendicular distance between the point B and that 50 Newton force. Okay. तो मुझे पता नहीं है 50 न्यूटन फोर्स जो है उसका लाइन ऑफ एक्शन एंड पॉइंट बी के बीच में डिस्टेंस परपेंडिकुलर कितना है. बट इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट व्हाट आई विल टेक द मोमेंट ऑफ इट्स कंपोनेंट. as I don't know the perpendicular distance between 50 Newton force and the point B, I will take the moment of its two components. अब इसके दो component कौन से हैं? Vertical component is 50 sin 60, horizontal component is 50 cos 60. दोनों का separate moment मुझे ऐड करना पड़ेगा. Okay, one by one we will see. The first one is पहले समझते हैं कि 50 cos 60. 50 cos 60 इसका मोमेंट क्या होगा? So generally you will say 50 cos 60 into 40, but 40 is not the perpendicular distance. If I extend 50 cos 60 force, definitely the line of action of the 50 cos 60 force will pass through B. इसका मतलब है कि there is no perpendicular distance between the point B and 50 cos 60 force here. Once again see, 50 cos 60, if I extend the line of action of 50 cos 60, it is passing through the point B. इसका मतलब है कि its moment is equal to 0. So this moment I am not taking into consideration. Then next component कौन सा है? Y component. 50 sin 60, it's acting into the downward direction. And the perpendicular distance क्या है? अभी now you can clearly say 50 sin 60 force, line of action of the 50 sin 60 force, and the point B is nothing but 20 plus 20. And magnitude will be 50 sin 60 multiplied by 20 plus 20, that is 40. So that's why I written is here 50 sin 60 into 40. This is the magnitude of the moment of 50 sin 60 force. Force multiplied by the perpendicular distance. 50 sin 60 into 40. I think there is no doubt in this one. Now I have to find out, is it it is positive or negative. We are considering the clockwise moment as negative and anti-clockwise moment as positive. So for your understanding, I have shown the arrow. Moment कैसे find out करेंगे, इसका direction कैसे find out करेंगे. जो force दिया है, in the in the given direction of the force, move the force towards the point about which you are taking the moment. हम moment कहाँ से ले रहे हैं? Point B. We are taking the moment about point B. So move the force 50 sin 60 towards point B. So I have shown the arrow here. 50 sin 60 is acting in the downward direction. From the downward side, I am moving force towards point B. And I will get the direction. Definitely, it is anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise movement are considered to be positive. That's why I am considering this 50 sin 60 force as positive. So 50 sin 60 into 40 is the moment of 50 sin 60, and 50 cos 60 moment, as the 50 cos 60 moment is passing through B, so its moment will be is equal to 0. Then from A move towards right. Next force will be the 100 Newton force. 100 Newton force पहले magnitude find out करते हैं, direction बाद में देखते हैं. So what is the what is meant by the moment? Moment is nothing but force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the point about which you are taking the moment. So we are taking the moment about B, and the force is 100 Newton. It's a vertical force. 100 Newton force and the point B, perpendicular distance is how much? 20. So its magnitude will be 100 into 20, right? Now 100 into 20 I have taken it here. Again for the moment of 100 Newton force, क्या करना है मुझे? जो हमको force है, force को move कर दो in the given in the direction of the force. Move the force towards the point about which you are taking the moment. हम लोग कहाँ से moment ले रहे हैं? We are taking the moment about point B. So move the 100 Newton force. It's acting in downward direction. नीचे से point B की तरफ लेके जाओ इसको. So this black color arrow shows the direction of the moment here. And definitely it is anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise moment are considered to be positive here. And the positive is out here. So plus 100 into 20. Now next move to the next force. Next force is 120 Newton force. And clearly from the figure, if I find out the line of action of the 120 Newton force कैसा है? It's horizontal. Is it horizontal? Take it once again. 120 Newton force कैसा है? It's a horizontal force. So definitely I can say the line of action of the 120 Newton force is horizontal. So उसका moment क्या होना चाहिए? Moment again, moment is equal to moment of a force is equal to product of its magnitude and the perpendicular distance. So I have extended 120 Newton force here, which is shown by the dashed line here, dash the red color line. So this is the line of action of the force. Now tell me, how much is the perpendicular distance between the point B and the line of action of the force? So for that, what I have to find out? Consider the triangle BCD. BCD is a right angle triangle. BCD ka hypotenuse is how much? 40. This is the hypotenuse of BCD. So this is 40. This angle is how much? This angle is 30 degrees here. So perpendicular distance between the force 120 Newton and the point B is nothing but the distance BD. So मुझे BD distance find out करना पड़ेगा. So to get the BD distance, if I consider the right angle triangle BCD, if I take cos 30 क्या होता है? Cos 30 is nothing but adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is BD. BD divided by hypotenuse is 40. So from this I can say the distance BD is nothing but 40 cos 30, and which is our perpendicular distance. So abhi moment you can calculate. Moment of the force 120 Newton is equal to 120 multiplied by the perpendicular distance BD is equal to 40 cos 30. So that's why consider this here. The moment of 120 Newton force is 120 into 40 cos 30. अब आएगा उसका डायरेक्शन. तो डायरेक्शन के लिए क्या करेंगे? The force 120 Newton force, move that 120 Newton force towards the point B. कहाँ पे एक्ट हो रहा है? It's acting towards right. Right से उसको B की तरफ लेके जाओ. Move the force of move the given force in the direction of the force towards the point about which you are taking the moment. I'm taking the moment about B. So I'm moving the force 120 towards B. And I can say now the direction is clockwise. Clearly you can see it here. So this is the clockwise direction. And clockwise movement we are considering as negative. That's why you can see here this 120 into 40 cos 30. This movement I am considering as negative. So this is the overall moment of the given question, and which is nothing but 203.86 into D. What is this? R into D. R हमको पता है. Already we have determined the value of R. R is 203.86 multiplied by D. Then from this I can see that distance B is equal to 2.084 meters. So this is the way to take the difference. So let us see yesterday once again the yesterday's question. Now the doubt of the Fx and Fy will be more clear from this figure here. The actual forces are shown by the black color, and red color forces are the resolved forces. This is the X and Y component. This is the resolution. So from this resolution, it is very much clear. So before starting algebraic sum of summation of f of x and summation of f of y, let us see how I am resolving it. So first thing yesterday we have discussed, this is not a concurrent force system, even though it looks that it is a concurrent force system, but it's not a concurrent force system. Because if you extend the force 10 kilonewton, it's not passing through O. Similarly, 15 Newton force, if you extend, it's not passing through O. This 18 kilonewton, this is not passing through O. So this is not a concurrent force system. So यहाँ पे मुझे सारी steps लगानी पड़ेंगी. Standard steps है. Which are the steps? Resolve, algebraic sum of x component, algebraic sum of y component, that is summation of fx and summation of fy. Then resultant R is equal to square root of summation of f of x square plus summation of f of y square. Inclination or the direction of the resultant tan theta is equal to summation of f of y by summation of f of x. ये स्टेप तो सबके लिए कॉमन है. कॉन्करेंट है तो क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाता है. बट इफ इट इज नॉट कॉन्करेंट फोर्स सिस्टम, then for the point of application मुझे Varignon's theorem लगानी पड़ती है. What is the Varignon's theorem? Summation of moment of all the forces about a point must be equal to moment of the resultant about the same point, and moment of the resultant we are considering as R into D, where D is the perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the point about which you are taking the moment, and that equation gives us the value of D. D is the perpendicular distance. Okay, so here it is a non-concurrent force system, so I have to apply Varignon's theorem at the end here. Then in addition to that, he is asking something else. X and Y intercept. What is the concept of the X and Y intercept? That already yesterday we have discussed. Again we will discuss it here. So सबसे पहले the steps are known to you. Algebraic sum of x component. एक एक करके देखो अभी. We are starting with the force A. The force A is 16 kilonewton. It's a horizontal force. It's acting along x-axis, so its x component will be 16. But as it is acting towards left, it is to be considered as negative. So this is minus 16. Then go to the force B. The force B at the point B, force of 10 kilonewton is acting. So the x component is 10 cos 30, and it's acting towards right. So that's why it is positive. So I am considering plus 10 cos 30. But consider the next force here, the 20 kilonewton force. It's acting in the downward direction, and its inclination with x-axis is 20 degrees. I have resolved it into its component and y component. Its x component is 20 cos 20, and you can see it here. It's acting towards the right, so it has to be considered as positive. So 20 cos 20, I'm considering as positive. Then go for the 15 kilonewton force. 15 kilonewton force, it's acting in upward direction and acting towards the right. So 15 kilonewton force is acting towards right. Its x component will also act towards the right, and its magnitude is 15 cos 36.87. So it is to be considered as positive. So plus 15 cos 36.87. Then the next force acting at point E is, it's a vertical force. So इसका x component क्या होगा? 0 होगा. So that we are not considering. And this is the moment given. This is the couple given. So we are adding the forces. We are not adding the moment here. So no need to to consider this 16 kilonewton meter here. So summation of fx I calculated, I got it as 23.454 acting towards right, so it will be positive. Then go to the summation of f of y. Once again observe it carefully. 16 kilonewton force is horizontal force, its y component is 0. Then come to the point B. The y component of 10 kilonewton force is 10 sine 30 acting in the upward direction, so it is positive. So it is 10 sine 30. Go to the point C. It is 20 sine 20 acting in downward direction. So this considered to be negative. So it is minus 20 sine 20. Then go to the the force acting at point D. The component is 15 sine 36.87 and it is acting in upward direction. Upward direction forces are considered to be positive. That's why I'm considering plus sine 36.87. Lastly, come to the point E. At E, 18 kilonewton force is acting. It's a vertical force. It's acting in downward direction, so it will be negative. So minus 18 over. And summation of f of y I will get as 10.84 kilonewton. Actually, minus I am getting, but instead of that, I am not writing the minus. Instead of minus, I am writing it sign. It's acting in downward direction. Now, next step is easy. R is equal to summation of f of x square plus summation of f of y square. Substitute the values. Well, magnitude of the resultant you will get as 25.838. Inclination or direction you can find out by equation. Tan theta equals to summation of f of y by summation of f of x. And finally, I'm getting the value of inclination theta is equal to 24.81. Now, from this, if I ask you the question, what is the quadrant of the resultant? Quadrant of the resultant, वो तो यानी resultant first quadrant से जाएगा या second quadrant में जाएगा, third जाएगा या fourth में जाएगा. So that is decided by sign of summation of fx and sign of summation of f of y. Summation of f of x value it's acting towards right means positive. Summation of fy value its downward direction which it is negative. So x-axis is positive, y-axis is negative. So simply you can say it is nothing but it's passing through the fourth quadrant. क्योंकि fourth quadrant में x-axis positive होता है, y-axis negative होता है. So our resultant is passing through the fourth quadrant here. Okay. The next step is the point of application. So here some confusion was there. Now I think from here this diagram it will be more clear. एक एक करके देखते हैं. To locate the position of the resultant, we have to apply the Varignon's theorem. Again, the same thing, summation of moment of all the forces about point O. पहले क्वेश्चन में याद करो, पहले क्वेश्चन हमने कहाँ से लिया था? B से लिया था. So that point is always not the point O. It may be any point. Here I am considering we are taking the moment about O. O से हम moment ले रहे हैं, right? So एक एक करके जाते हैं पहले. So first, now observe it carefully. This 16 kilonewton force, इसका moment about O क्या होगा? Definitely you will say 0. Why it is 0? जिनको समझ में नहीं उनके लिए बोल देता हूँ मैं. It is not is equal to 0 because what is the moment? Moment is nothing but the product of magnitude of the force and the perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the point about which you are taking the moment. So your moment is moment center or the point about which you are taking moment is O. If I extend the force 16 kilonewton, it is passing through O. इसको अगर मैंने extend कर दिया, it is passing through O. That's why its moment will be is equal to 0 because D is equal to 0. There is no perpendicular distance between the point O and 16 kilonewton line of action of 16 kilonewton. So कोई भी force अगर उस point से जा रहा है जिससे हम moment ले रहे हैं, तो definitely its moment will be is equal to 0. So 16 kilonewton moment is equal to 0. That's why we are not considering that one. Then now observe this carefully. एक क्वेश्चन एक मोमेंट ठीक से मैं बोल देता हूँ आपको so that it will be very much clear here. Now B, now 10 kilonewton force, I don't know the perpendicular distance between 10 kilonewton and the point O. अगर मुझे 10 kilonewton force और point O का perpendicular distance पता होता था, so straight way I will say 10 into that distance. लेकिन मुझे यहाँ पे I don't know the perpendicular distance between 10 kilonewton and the point O. So instead of that, what I am doing here, I am adding the moments of its component. Which are the components of 10 kilonewton force? 10 cos 30 and 10 sin 30. Okay, one by one we'll consider. Now first tell me, what is the line of action of the 10 cos 30? Definitely it is horizontal. 10 cos 30 is horizontal. So how much will be the perpendicular distance between the point O and 10 cos 30? For that, here the x and y coordinates are given. What are the x and y coordinates of the point B? X coordinate is 4 here. Means the 10 cos 30 that force the point B is at a distance of x 4 meter along the x-axis. And what is the y component? 2. So what is the vertical distance between 10 cos 30 and the point O? Is nothing but the 2 here, right? So this perpendicular distance, if I extend this 10 cos 30, the perpendicular distance between 10 cos 30 and the point O is nothing but its y coordinate, and that is 2. So now I will say 10 cos 30 into the y distance is 2. So that will be the moment. So 10 cos 30 into 2. Then regarding the sign convention, I am considering here minus. इसका मतलब है कि ये clockwise होना चाहिए. Clockwise moments are considered to be positive. So कैसे बोला था मैंने? जो force है 10 cos 30, move that force towards point O. So 10 cos 30 को मुझे O की तरफ लेके जाने के लिए क्या डायरेक्शन लगेगा? I have to move the force in clockwise direction. Clockwise moment are considered to be negative. Then ये x component का हो गया. Similarly, y component का moment find out करो. What is the y component? 10 sin 30. Now what is the perpendicular distance here between the 10 sin 30 and O? देखो, this is the line of action of the 10 sin 30. 10 sin 30 is the vertical, and this is the perpendicular distance. I want this perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance between the 10 sin 30 and the point O. So this distance is nothing but the x coordinate of the point B. X coordinate of the point B कितना है? Point B origin से कितने distance पे है? Yeah, it is given as 4 units here. Okay, so definitely the 10 sin 30 and the point O perpendicular distance will be 4 here. So 10 sin 30 into 4. So 10 sin 30 into 4 is the moment of 10 sin 30 about point O. अब देखते हैं इसका डायरेक्शन क्या है. 10 sin 30, for getting the direction, move the force 10 sin 30 towards point A. लेकिन कहाँ से? 10 sin 30 ऊपर जा रहा है. So ऊपर से O की तरफ लेके जाओ. तो 10 sin 30 ऊपर से मैं O की तरफ आकर लेके गया. मुझे 10 sin 30 को ऊपर से O की तरफ लेके जाना है. So you will get the direction, and definitely you will see this is anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise movement are considered to be positive. That's why this is 10 sin 30 into 4. Similarly, you have to do find out the moment of these two forces. 20 sin 20, 20 cos 20. Okay, move to the next force, which is 20 kilonewton. उसका x component, it is 20 cos 20. So 20 cos 20 force is there. Its moment about O will be what now? 20 cos 20 into perpendicular distance between 20 cos 20 and point O. So C point का y coordinate क्या है? C point का y coordinate है 5 here, right? So definitely this distance is the point C and O distance is 5 because its y coordinate is 5 here. So straight away I will say 20 cos 20 into 5 is the moment of 20 cos 20 force about point O. So 20 cos 20 I am getting it here multiplied by 5. Now अभी डायरेक्शन का पता करना है. तो क्या डायरेक्शन कैसे फाइंड आउट किए? जिस डायरेक्शन पे फोर्स जा रहा है उस डायरेक्शन से मूव इट टुवर्ड्स O. So 20 cos 20 is towards right. राइट से उसको O की तरफ लेके जाओ. Move the 20 cos 20 force towards the point O, and definitely we will say it is clockwise direction. So clockwise movement is considered as negative here. So it is minus 20 cos 20 into 5. Now उसका vertical component देखो. एक तो x component हो गया. अभी y component का moment मुझे देखना पड़ेगा. So 20 sin 20 is the y component, and if I observe it carefully, 20 sin 20 if I extend, you will say sir it is passing through O. तो मैंने क्या बोला था? If the point and the force is passing through the point about which you are taking the moment, its moment has to be equal to 0. So that's why 20 sin 20 moment is 0. That's why I am not considering here. So only x component moment I have considered here. Y component moment about O will be equal to 0. The next, similarly, x component is 50 cos 36.87, and the perpendicular distance between O and 15 cos 37 will be definitely nothing but the y component, that is 5 here. So I will say 15 cos 36.87 multiplied by 5, because this is y coordinate of the point D is 5. So I can say the distance between the point O and this 15 cos 36 Newton force is nothing but 5 here. So that's why I will say its moment is equal to 15 cos 36.87 into 5. Now regarding the direction, तो डायरेक्शन कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? और जिस डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है उसी डायरेक्शन से O की तरफ लेके जाओ. So 15 cos 36.87 is towards right. राइट से उसको O की तरफ लेके जाओ, डेफिनेटली यू विल से सर इट इज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. सो मूवमेंट उसका रहेगा एंटी क्लॉकवाइज मींस पॉजिटिव. देन गो टू द y कंपोनेंट 15 sin 36.87. तो मैग्नीट्यूड क्या होगा उसका 15 sin 36.87 multiplied by the perpendicular distance point O. It's a vertical force. It's a vertical force. So perpendicular distance will be how much? This is nothing but the x coordinate of the point D, and x coordinate of the point D is given as 4 here. So I will say 15 sin 36.87 multiplied by 4. So this is 15 sin 36.87 multiplied by 4. Now regarding the direction, 15 sin 36.87 force is acting in upward direction. So ऊपर से उसको O की तरफ लेके जाओ. तो ऊपर की तरफ से O की जाने के बाद you will get the direction as clockwise. Clockwise moment are considered to be negative. That's why this is minus 15 sin 36.87 multiplied by 4. Now go to the 18 kilonewton force. It's a vertical force. Then yes, movement about O will be is equal to 18 multiplied by this perpendicular distance, and this perpendicular distance is nothing but the x coordinate of point E. So what is the x coordinate of the point E? 18. Sorry, 1. So its moment of 18 kilonewton force about O is equal to 18 into 1. So that's why it is 18 into 1. And for the moment 18 kilonewton is moving in the downward direction. So from the downward direction move the force towards O. नीचे से O की तरफ लेके जाओ. तो क्या डायरेक्शन मिल रहा है मुझे? Clockwise direction. So clockwise movement are to be considered as negative. So this is minus 18 into 1. Yesterday also I told you regarding this couple. If any couple is given, this is the moment of the couple. This is the couple given here. और उसका moment कितना है? 16 kilonewton meter. Don't forget to add or subtract the given moment in the Varignon's theorem while applying the Varignon's theorem. Many students are forgetting this one. So here it's a couple given. Its couple is, what is the magnitude of the couple? 16 kilonewton meter. And what is the direction of the couple? Clearly from this direction you can say, sir, it is anti-clockwise direction. It's anti-clockwise couple. So anti-clockwise couple are considered to be positive. So plus 16 you have to add. Again 16 into mat karo because itself it is a moment. 16 kilonewton meter is the moment of a couple. So no need to multiply. So straight way I will say it is the anti-clockwise couple. So it is plus 16 and is equal to resultant into D. R is 25.838 multiplied by the D. And here I will get the distance D as 2.686 meter. Now this thing is, this is the perpendicular distance already we have discussed. Here by Varignon's theorem we can find out the perpendicular distance between the resultant and the point O. Now here I have plotted the resultant here. Your resultant, as already we have discussed, your x component of the resultant is positive, y component is negative. So this is the this thing here. This is your resultant here. Now for understanding, I have shown here, you have to find out x and y intercept. X or y intercept मुझे find out करना है. What is x and y intercept? X intercept. So for that, consider this triangle OAB. Observe the point B here. B क्या point है? B is the point where the resultant is intersecting x-axis. Okay. So this point B is nothing but your x-intercept. X-intercept का मतलब क्या है? It is a point where your resultant is intersecting the x-axis. So your point B is your x-intercept. Similarly, A is the point which is called y-intercept. So what is the y-intercept? Y-intercept is a point where the resultant cuts the y-axis. So A is your y-intercept and B is your x-intercept. And these values you have to find out. So this is the distance x and this is the distance y. Okay, so this is the concept of x and y intercept. And this is your perpendicular distance. ये अपना perpendicular distance जो मिला है मुझे 2.686. This is your perpendicular. So the two different methods are there. The first one is for the x-intercept, the formula is algebraic sum of moment about point O divided by summation of f of y. So substitute the formula. In the formula, you will get the 6.392. So your x distance will be is equal to the distance OB is equal to 6.392 meters. Similarly, the y-intercept, the formula is summation of moment about O divided by summation of f of x. Substitute it, you will get 2.955. So this will be 2.955 meters. Then in the last lecture also, we have discussed there is another method to find out this thing here, x and y intercept. So for that, refer the trigonometry here. So if I refer the trigonometry here, this is your angle theta. Tan theta से जो हमने angle निकाला, this is the angle over here. So we can say x intercept is equal to d by sin theta. So उसके लिए क्या consider करना पड़ेगा मुझे? Consider the triangle OCB. In the triangle OCB, if I take sin theta is equal to what? Sin theta is equal to opposite side. Opposite side क्या है? OC. उसका length कितना है? D. Sin theta is equal to D by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse क्या है अपना? OB. OB is what? X intercept. So I can say sin theta is equal to D by X. So to get the X, I can say X is equal to D by sin theta. So find out this one. You will get the 6.39. Same answer मिलेगा आपको जो पहले इसमें मिला था, the same answer is 6.39. So there is another method to find out the X and Y intercept of the resultant. X and Y intercept means the point where the resultant cuts the x-axis and y-axis. Similarly, y can be found out by this equation. Now for that you have to consider this distance here. This triangle you have to consider as this is theta, this is 90. So this will be 90 minus theta. If this is 90 minus theta, this angle will be theta here. Now if you take sin theta here, if you take the cos theta, cos of this theta here, if you take cos theta in the triangle OCA, now I am considering the triangle OCA. This is the angle theta. So if I take cos theta is nothing but adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Adjacent side कौन सा है अपना? OC. उसका लेंथ क्या है? D. Hypotenuse is what? OA, and that is your y intercept. So cos theta is equal to D by y, and from that I can find out y is equal to D by cos theta, and from that I am getting the y intercept. And lastly, in this question इसने पूछा था जो हमने equivalent force couple system. As per your resultant, this is your resultant you are getting, and this is the perpendicular distance. ये मुझे मालूम है, resultant magnitude मालूम है मुझे, और d भी मालूम है. Resultant अपना कितना है? 25.838, and perpendicular distance O से कितना है? D. So he is saying you have to find out, means you have to क्या करना है, मुझे कंसेप्ट बता देता हूँ मैं. R मुझे यहाँ से यहाँ लेके जाना है, so that its effect will not change. तो उसके लिए क्या करते हैं हम लोग? ये R as it is रखा है यहाँ पे. Same force R, two forces I am adding here. The R 25.838. So same magnitude, two forces I am adding here, but in opposite direction. So one acting in downward direction, one acting in upward direction. Clear? तो नेट इफेक्ट तो वही रहेगा उसका, क्योंकि ये R कैंसिल हो जाएंगे. But this R black color force R acting in downward direction and this black color force are acting in upward direction at a distance of d is going to form a clockwise couple. Couple का definition क्या है? Two unlike parallel forces tends to rotate the body and they are said to form a couple here. So these two forces जो मैंने highlight किए, red से जो highlight किए हुए, these two forces are going to form a couple, and magnitude of couple क्या होता है? R into D, force into D. Force is 25.838 multiplied by the distance d. So moment of this couple is equal to R into D, that is 25.838 into 2.686, which is known to you. D मुझे पता है, and it will be clockwise couple. तो ये दोनों का मिला के couple हो गया, लेकिन ये रेड कलर का R as it is है वहाँ पे. So finally I will say at the point O, resultant 25.838 is acting in addition to a couple of magnitude 69.289. So this is the way to find out the equivalent force couple system. So these two numericals we have seen in the last lecture. Let's go for one lecture, one more numerical. This is a new numerical. Actually, three numericals we have discussed yesterday. Now today we'll see one new numerical. So here a square is given to. So whatever the question given to you, try to read that diagram carefully. Read the diagram carefully means try to understand the diagram carefully. So क्या क्या दिया है यहाँ पे? ABCD, it's a square given. Then different forces are acting. So total 5 forces are acting. So at A, the force acting is 120 Newton. Then in between AB, it is acting at 50 Newton. The distance is 2 meter. Again, the 150 Newton force is acting on the side BD at the center, because this is 2 and this is 2. D पे act हो रहा है 100 Newton force, angle is 30. C पे हो रहा है 80 Newton, angle is 60. तो सबसे पहले रिजॉल्व करना है. So नीचे का फिगर देख लो एक बार रिजोल्यूशन का. So here I have resolved all the forces. ऑब्जर्व द रिजोल्यूशन केयरफुली, एक एक करके जाते हैं। एट ए कौन सा फोर्स है, 120 न्यूटन फोर्स acting towards left, so x component is 120 cos 75 acting towards left, y component will be 120 sin 75 acting in upward direction. Then go to the next force here. Acting at C, the force is 80 newton, angle is 60, it's acting towards left, so x component is acting towards left, it's acting in downward direction, y component will act in downward direction, and magnitude will be 80 cos 60 and 80 sin 60. So दोनों नेगेटिव आएंगे यहाँ पे, it's acting towards left, negative, acting in downward direction, this is also negative. Here 120 cos 75 acting towards left, x component will be negative, but y component will be positive because it is acting in upward direction. See the next force, 100 Newton force. So 100 Newton force, here angle is 30, x component will act towards right. Why? Because the 100 Newton force is acting towards right, so its x component will act towards right. It's acting in upward direction. 100 Newton force is acting in upward direction. Its y component will act in upward direction. So 100 cos 30 positive, 100 sin 30 will be also positive. Then this 150 Newton force is acting in towards right. It's acting towards right, so its x component will also act towards right. It's acting in downward direction, its y component will act in the downward direction. So x component will be 150 cos 50 and y component will be 150 sin 50. In the calculation, this we consider as negative because it's acting in downward direction. So now again, standard solution, standard steps. Resolve करने के बाद क्या है? Summation of f of x 1 by 1. Simply I am adding all the x component and y component. खाली आपको देखना है. So no need to explain once again. Only 80 cos 60, 120 cos 75 will be negative here. 120 cos 75 and 80 cos 60 will be negative. Others are positive. Summation of fx you will get acting towards right because you are getting it as positive. Summation of f of y. So here negative will be 80 sin 60 and 150 sin 50. ये दो जो forces है 150 sin 50, 80 sin 60 and 50 Newton force, they are acting in the downward direction, so they are to be considered as negative. So that's why 150 sin 50 negative, minus 50 negative, and 80 sin 60 is negative. So summation of f of y will get 68.28 Newton acting in downward direction. So result that you can find out. So r I am getting as 131.09, theta I am getting as 31.38. So I think these are our regular. So you will get the problems in, and if I have to look at the result, this will be your resultant. Your x is positive, y is negative. That's why it will be in the fourth quadrant. So to show the resultant, you have to show it like this. R is acting in fourth quadrant. This is the summation of fx, and this is the summation of fy. It is positive, and summation of fy is negative. So this is the location of the result. But now he is asking, locate the point where the resultant cuts the base AB. तो यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है x इंटरसेप्ट मैंने ऐड किया है, इट इज नॉट गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. So first तो मुझे मिल गया, resultant of the system I got, resultant of the force system is known to you now, direction मिल गया, magnitude मिल गया. Second part he is asking, locate the point where the resultant cuts the base. Cut the base means base कौन सा है अपना फिगर का, ऑब्जेक्ट का AB. Resultant AB को कहाँ कट करेगा? Second point is you have to locate the point where the resultant will cut the AB. So here I am considering AB is the base which is along the x-axis. So here origin I will consider as A. So if you consider origin as A से जो cut होगा point, that is nothing but the x-intercept. That's why I have written it here x-intercept, because AB is along x-axis and resultant x-axis को जहाँ पे cut होता है उसे बोलते हैं x-intercept. So here in this question I have to find out the x-intercept. So let us see what happens next. Yes. So for the x-intercept, my formula is A. Now here I am considering AB is along x-axis and A is your origin. So I need to take the moment about A. Moment about A मुझे लेना पड़ेगा, divided by summation of f of y. This is your formula. So एक एक करके देखते हैं, एक एक स्टेप एक्सप्लेन करूंगा मैं, वहां पे देखेंगे. फर्स्ट मोमेंट क्या दिया है, मोमेंट अबाउट ए मुझे फाइंड आउट करना है. So first moment I am considering 80 cos 60, right? सबसे पहले देखो यहाँ पे, ऑब्जर्व केयरफुली, मैंने ए से स्टार्ट कर दिया. ए पे which forces are there? X component, Y component है, but actual force is 120 Newton force. So 120 Newton force is passing through A. I am taking the moment about A, and if as the force is passing through A, its moment will be zero. इसका moment zero हो गया. चलो नेक्स्ट जाते हैं अभी। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज सी। सी पे कौन से फोर्सेस है? 80 न्यूटन फोर्स है। इसके रिजॉल्व किया मैंने, दिस इज 80 cos 60, दिस इज 80 sin 60. So again observe 80 sin 60 force. If I extend 80 sin 60 force, it's passing through A. I'm taking the moment about A. तो इसका moment about A will be is equal to 0. अभी moment लेना पड़ेगा मुझे 80 cos 60 का। 80 cos 60 moment about A. What is the moment here? Force into perpendicular distance. Force क्या है अपना? 80 cos 60. What is the perpendicular distance? Perpendicular distance is the distance AC. और AC is how much given? 2 plus 2. BD is 4. Definitely AC will be also is equal to 4 meter here. So 80 cos 60 into 4. The moment of 80 cos 60 will be 80 cos 60 into 4. Now regarding the direction. क्या बोला था मैंने? फोर्स जिस डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है उस डायरेक्शन से ए की तरफ लेके जाओ उसको, बिकॉज आई एम टेकिंग मोमेंट अबाउट ए. सो 80 cos 60 from left hand side I will move it towards A, right? So here if I move it towards A, you will get the direction. This direction is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise direction is considered to be negative. So that's sorry, positive. So 80 cos 60 multiplied by 4 I am considering as positive because 80 cos 60 moment about A will be anti-clockwise. ये दो फोर्सेस हो गए. Then go to the next force of 100 Newton. 100 Newton force, its x and y component are 100 cos 30 into 100, and 100 sin 30. First I will see 100 cos 30. 100 cos 30 is a horizontal force. So if I extend 100 cos 30, what is the perpendicular distance between the point A and 100 cos 30 force? Definitely this is nothing but AC. So I can say the distance between the line of action of 100 cos 30 and the point A is nothing but this is the perpendicular distance, because if I extend 100 cos 30, the distance will be AC. So AC is 4 meter here. So that is nothing but 100 cos 30. This is 100 cos 30 into perpendicular distance is 4. Now regarding the direction, 100 cos 30 is acting towards right. So move the force from right towards A. Move the force 100 cos 30 from right towards A. So you are getting the direction as clockwise. So clockwise movement is to be considered as negative. And this is 100 cos 30 into perpendicular distance is 4. Now similarly here 100 sin 30. 100 sin 30 का भी मुझे moment लेना पड़ेगा. Is this in these two forces, this vertical component 80 sin 60 and 120 sin 75, they are passing through the point A. इसलिए उनका moment 0 आ रहा था. लेकिन यहाँ 100 sin 30 is not passing through A. 100 sin 30, the perpendicular distance between the 100 sin 30 and point A is again 2 plus 2. Okay, so this is the line of action of the 100 sin 30 force, right? So perpendicular distance will be 4. So 100 sin 30 into 4 is the magnitude. 100 sin 30 into 4 is the magnitude, and its direction will be 100 sin 30 कहाँ where how it is passing? It is moving in upward direction. So ऊपर से इसको A की तरफ लेके जाओ. So if I move the force 100 sin 30 towards A from the upper direction, so like this, you will get anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise movement are considered to be positive. That's why this is 100 sin 30 multiplied by 4 here. Similarly, go for the movement of 150 cos 50 and 150 sin 50. So first 150 sin 50, it's acting in downward direction. If I extend it, definitely you can say the perpendicular distance between the point A and this 150 sin 50 force is nothing but 2 plus 2, 4. Moment will be 150 sin 50 into 4, and its direction will be, it's acting in downward direction. From the downward side, move the force towards A. From the downward side, move the force towards A. So definitely it will be clockwise. So it is minus 150 sin 50 multiplied by 4. Similarly, 150 cos 50. What is the perpendicular distance? 150 cos 50 अगर मैं extend करता हूँ like this. This is the line of action of 150 Newton force. This is the line of action of 150 force. And the perpendicular distance will be definitely 2 meters here. So that's why 150 cos 50 into 2. And its direction will be, it's moving towards right. Right से A की तरफ लेके जाओ force को. From right hand side, I will move the force towards A. And definitely you will say, sir, it is clockwise direction. So clockwise movement are considered to be negative, so this will be minus. And lastly, 50 Newton force about A, the perpendicular distance, straight away you can see it here. It's 2 meter, so 50 into 2, एंड अगेन 50 न्यूटन फोर्स नीचे जा रहा है, नीचे से ए की तरफ लेके जाओ, यू विल गेट द डायरेक्शन. 50 न्यूटन फोर्स नीचे से ऊपर लेके जाओ, so you will get it's a clockwise direction. The clockwise movement are considered to be negative, that's why this is negative here, minus 50 into 2. And finally I am getting the moment is equal to minus 738.88. Minus का मतलब क्या है? It's a moment. Moment is negative means it is clockwise movement, because we are considering clockwise movement as positive and anti-clockwise movement as clockwise movement as negative and anti-clockwise movement as positive. Now we can substitute the value x-intercept summation of ma divided by summation of f of y. Substitute the values, you can calculate the x-intercept here. x-intercept कैसे आगे यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली ही वाज नॉट आस्किंग x-intercept, वो क्या बोल रहा है कि रिजल्टेंट AB को कहाँ कट करेगा, बेस को कहाँ कट करेगा. So which is the base of the figure? AB. So I am considering AB is a horizontal, so AB I am considering as along x-axis. और x-axis को कहाँ पे कट करेगा, उसका मतलब है कि AB को कहाँ कट करेगा, that is nothing but x-intercept. So x-intercept is equal to 10.82 meters here. So I think we'll conclude because there is no point in explaining this. Anyway, I am going to send this PPTs to you. So if anyone has any doubt, you can ask. Now you can unmute and you can ask if you have any doubt. Yes. Now I have activated that one. Now you can unmute yourself and you can talk to me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Yes, anyone? No doubt?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
I
sir.
can hear you. Tell me your name.
Sir,
Yes, I can hear you. I can
अंकुश
hear you
पाटील.
now. बोल काय म्हणतोयस?
भक्तीज अंकुश पाटील.
भक्तीश बोल.
सर ते आपण वॅरिग्नस थेरम आपण हे सॉल्व केलं बघा, पहिला एक्झाम्पल याचे अगोदरचा.
एक मिनिट आपण ओपन करतो मी. हा ना.
त्याचा लोकेशन पॉइंट फाइंड केला बघा, वॅरिग्नसचा सेकंड स्लाइड करा.
सेकंड स्लाइड. बोल ना.
हा नाही सर, दुसरा तो सेकंड एक्झाम्पल.
सेकंड.
थर्ड क्वाड्रंट मध्ये ते एक्स आणि वाय कोऑर्डिनेट आहेत ते निगेटिव्ह आहेत ना सर, पण ते आपण पॉझिटिव्ह घेतले.
म्हणतो ना, हे तुम्हाला अंडरस्टँडिंग व्हावी म्हणून मी दाखवलं. हे जे आहे ना
ते नाही सर
दाखवलं असतं ना, कन्फ्युज झालं सर. कळालं मग डाऊट काय कळालं तुझं म्हणणं की एक्स आणि वाय इंटरसेप्ट आहे ते थर्ड क्वाड्रंट मध्ये.
नाही ते नाही सर, ते वॅरिग्नस थेरम आपण समेशन ऑफ
इथे काय
थर्ड क्वाड्रंट मधनं ते
अरे डिस्टन्स पॉझिटिव्ह असतो कधी पण, डिस्टन्स हमेशा पॉझिटिव्ह असतो, त्याच्यामुळे ते पॉझिटिव्ह घेतलंय.
कुठलं सांग ना मला सांग.
डिस्टन्स निगेटिव्ह घेऊ नाही शकत ना सर. थर्ड क्वाड्रंट मध्ये जे -4 आणि -5 आहे ना, ते तुम्ही प्लस मध्ये घेतले. तो विचारतोय का प्लस मध्ये घेतलंय. हे डिस्टन्स आहे त्यामुळे ते पॉझिटिव्ह असणार.
हे म्हणतोयस का, हे डिस्टन्स का?
हा सर.
ते पॉझिटिव्ह नाही सर. आपण पॉझिटिव्ह निगेटिव्ह काय घेतो माहितीये का, मुवमेंट ज्यावेळेस घेऊ ना त्यावेळेस आपण पॉझिटिव्ह निगेटिव्ह घेऊ. मुवमेंट ज्यावेळेस घेऊ ना त्यावेळेस पॉझिटिव्ह निगेटिव्ह घेऊ. नाउ प्लेनली डी इज द परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स बिटवीन रिझल्टंट अँड द पॉइंट अबाउट विच यू आर टेकिंग द मुवमेंट.
ओके सर, थँक्यू.
आणि हे ऍक्च्युली इथे कसं आहे माहिती का, दिस इज ऍक्टिंग इन फोर्थ क्वाड्रंट, बिकॉज आपलं एक्स काय आलेलं आहे, समेशन ऑफ एफ एक्स काय आलं याच्यामध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह आले, समेशन ऑफ एफ वाय काय आलं
पॉइंट
निगेटिव्ह आलेले. म्हणजे हा समेशन ऑफ एफ
निगेटिव्ह.
तो त्याच्याकरता आपण इथे पास केला फोर्थ क्वाड्रंट. कळालं का खाली काय घेतलं मी, तर त्याचा एक्स कॉम्पोनंट हा पॉझिटिव्ह आहे आणि वाय कॉम्पोनंट हा निगेटिव्ह आहे.
पॉझिटिव्ह निगेटिव्ह.
अजून काय? हा बोला.
सर ते कालचं तुम्ही सांगणार होते
कशाचं?
वॅरिग्नन्स थेरम.
आज झालं ना वॅरिग्नस थेरम.
नाही सर 6-1 to 5 cos 60 कसं आलं?
अच्छा ते का, थांब थांब थांब.
हा सर.
हा, ते बोर्डवर तुला काय सांगणार होतं?
हा
हे बघ इथे दाखवतो. हाच ना, हाच प्रॉब्लेम. हा,
हो सर.
6-1.25 cos 60. अच्छा 6 काय सांग मला. दिस इज 6. हे डायग्राम दिसते, हा डायग्राम दिसतोय का तुला?
हो सर.
राईट. हे डिस्टन्स ओडी डिस्टन्स.
हा
हे शिवम तुझं बंद कर रे, शिवम तुझं साऊंड म्यूट कर. हे बघ क्वेश्चन मध्ये काय दिलं, हा ओडी दिलेला आहे ना, हा 6 दिलेला आहे. हे क्लिअर आहे? येतोय का माझा आवाज येतोय?
हो सर.
हा, हे डिस्टन्स 6 दिलेलं आहे. राईट. आणि तो फोर्स जो ऍक्ट होतोय ना, इथं ऍक्ट होतोय है ना, या ठिकाणी फोर्स ऍक्ट होतो. आता तुला डायग्राम मध्ये दाखवतो. तेव्हा 30 किलोन्यूटन फोर्स आहे. 30 किलोन्यूटन फोर्सचा 2 कॉम्पोनंट आपण केलेले आहेत. हा व्हर्टिकल कॉम्पोनंट आहे आणि इथून हॉरिझॉन्टल कॉम्पोनंट आहे. व्हर्टिकल कॉम्पोनंट हा असा जाईल. राईट. हे कळलं? इथे कळलं का?
हो सर.
ते बोर्डवर तुला सांगता आलं असतं. इथे नाही ड्रॉ करता येणार. जस्ट होल्ड ऑन. 30 किलोन्यूटन फोर्स हा बघा 30 दिलेला आहे. त्याचा वाय कॉम्पोनंट एक्स कॉम्पोनंट जे आहेत ना, इथून पास होणार. इथून समजा मी व्हर्टिकल लाईन काढली, हा जो पॉईंट दिसतोय ना, इथून व्हर्टिकल लाईन काढली, तर इथे एक राईट अँगल ट्रायंगल झाला फॉर्म.
हा सर.
राईट. मग हा राईट अँगल ट्रायंगल जो आहे, हा अँगल 60 आहे. तर त्याच्या ऍडजस्टंट साईड काय येईल? इथून जी व्हर्टिकल लाईन क्रॉस केली मी, तर ही डिस्टन्स किती येईल? हे डिस्टन्स काढायचं आहे मग. आणि दॅट डिस्टन्स इज हायपोटेनियस इज 1.25. सो कॉस 60 1.25 कॉस 60 हा डिस्टन्स येतो. म्हणजे हा इथला त्या व्हर्टिकल लाईन जिथे इंटरसेक्ट होते. राईट. आणि दॅट मायनस केलेलं आहे मी, 6 मायनस दिस डिस्टन्स. एक मिनिट.
सर म्हणजे ऍडजस्टंट साइड काढायसाठी आधी ते cos 60 चं
हा,
केलं
तो
का?
जो हे दिसतोय ना आपल्याला, हा जो 30 किलोमीटर फोर्स आहे ना, त्याचा व्हर्टिकल कॉम्पोनंट खाली एक्सटेंड केला मी खाली. तो व्हर्टिकल लाईन 30 किलोमीटर पासून खाली एक्सटेंड केली. तो इथे ओडीला जिथे कट होतोय त्या पॉईंट पासून डीचं डिस्टन्स मी कॅल्क्युलेट केले ते. अँड दॅट डिस्टन्स इज हायपोटेनियस इज 1.25 अँड अँगल इज 60. सो दिस इज 1.25 कॉस 60. हे डिस्टन्स मायनस केलं, 6 मायनस दिस डिस्टन्स.
हा सर कळलं आता.
कळलं? आणि तो व्हर्टिकल फोर्स मल्टिप्लाइड बाय ते परपेंडिक्युलर डिस्टन्स पाहिजे मला. एक मिनिट थांबा, इथे हे इथे अॅनोटेशन मध्ये पेन घेता येतं का बघू? अॅनोटेशन पेन असेल तर मग त्याच्यावर नाही दिसत. इरेजर आहे, लाईन नाही दिसत आहे कुठे. ड्रॉ मध्ये काय रेक्टँगल दिलेले. आता दिसतोय का तुला? ही लाईन दिसली का?
हो सर.
हा बघ, आता व्हर्टिकल कॉम्पोनंट आहे, हे रेड कलरने दाखवला. राईट. हा व्हर्टिकल कॉम्पोनंट त्याचा हा इथून पास होतोय. आता हा ट्रायंगल दिसतोय तुला खालचा, दिस राईट अँगल ट्रायंगल.
हो सर.
हा, आता हा फोर्स जो आहे रेड लाईन दिसते, त्याची मुवमेंट काय असणार? फोर्स मल्टिप्लाइड बाय दिस डिस्टन्स. हा डिस्टन्स. मग हा डिस्टन्स काढण्यासाठी मी काय केलंय, हा टोटल 6 आहे. 6 मधून मला हा छोटा जो ट्रायंगलचा साईड दिसतो ऍडजस्टंट साईड, ती मायनस करावी लागेल. क्लिअर?
हो सर.
आता हा राईट अँगल ट्रायंगल बघ, हा छोटा राईट अँगल ट्रायंगल दिसतो ना, त्याच्यामध्ये हायपोटेनियस किती आहे? 1.25. हा अँगल किती आहे? 60. मग ऍडजस्टंट साईड काय येईल त्याची? cos 60 इज इक्वल टू ऍडजस्टंट साईड डिवायडेड बाय हायपोटेनियस. म्हणून दिस स्मॉल साईड इज 1.25 cos 60. मग 6 मायनस cos 60 केलं की हा साईड येणार. क्लिअर झाला आता?
हो सर.
येस. चल, एनीवन हॅज एनी डाऊट अगेन? So next lecture, I will take the revision of entire first chapter.